Ball camera 1.
Quick slant out. And another incomplete pass intended there to Jake Kenner.
Yeah. If you're the Eagles, you have to get up on this defensive play and force the quarterback to make an error.
Excellent. You got the ball in. Nicely done. 3-3. Go to 3.
By Bell. Bell breaks 2 tackles.
It's all you 3.
Bell's
Nicely
out.
done.
Oh, he should have stayed
Stay there. Keep following them back 3.
All right, here with Pirates head coach Anthony Parker. Coach, first off, this time last year you were making celebrity guest picks for us. So what's changed in your year? I'm obviously taking over the program.
Well, the biggest thing I can say is my time has changed. Don't have a whole lot of free time, but, doing something that I enjoy, working with kids that I really care about, and, just really excited about the opportunity.
And what were some difficulties going in, at least at the beginning, trying to go from just focusing on basketball to now focusing on football, basketball?
Well, basketball and football, though they are both very competitive sports, they're different in nature. So just the whole preparation of it all, how you prepare mentally, what we expect. And at this point, what I feel like our guys can accomplish, because they've shown it in basketball. So just setting that level of expectation that we can do the same in football.
And finally, what has to happen tonight on either side of the ball for you guys to come out with a win?
Well, I feel like we have to win. We got to win the line of scrimmage. There's no doubt that they've got a big front. They're physical. They're a really good team. If we can find a way to win that line of scrimmage, I think it'll help us out tonight.
Thank you. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Continue our opening weekend of the MVCC Game of the Week for the 2023 season. It will be the West Carrollton Pirates in white uniforms with black pants going up against the Miamisburg Vikings in the blue tops and the white bottoms here at Holland Field. Jared Bergstrom alongside Andy Horton in the booth. And Andy, as we get ready to kick off in this game, this is one of the longer outstanding rivalries in the Miami Valley. There's a lot of bad blood between these two schools. And what can you expect to see maybe out of this West Carrollton Pirates team, since we're going to see them first on offense?
Well, Jared, I expect a lot more athleticism than what we've seen over the last couple of years with Coach Parker coming on over from the basketball program, decides to, head up the football team this season. I expect that a lot of those basketball players have come over, and when we were looking at our rosters before the game, we recognize a lot of names, both from last season and from, last basketball season. So, I'd expect for them to show off more athleticism this season and some explosiveness. So, Jared, what do you think we'll see from Miamisburg here on defense?
Miamisburg has a lot of defensive returners from last year, and I think they're going to give this Pirates offensive line fits maybe early in the beginning. We'll see how they overcome, and we're going to see how sophomore quarterback Connor Hummerick goes, as he's going to be rolled out and sacked in the backfield. I believe is that number 92 for the Vikings, Connor Sticklin.
And Connor Sticklin, he was one of the guys that was outlined in the TriStateFootball.com's preseason preview for the Vikings this season. He's a guy that they said was going to be coming back. His size, very useful. He's only 5'11", but he's 227 pounds, and he's a great force up the middle, strong, and he makes things difficult on offensive lines all the time.
That sack was a loss for 7, and here you got number 2, Darrell Pope, running it up the middle.
He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, or pickup of about 2. My bad. I was looking at the scoreboard wrong.
So 3rd and long here for the Pirates on their first possession of the season.
Substitution comes in.
Looked like that was number 3, Cam Martinez. And you see, I think he went to the top of the screen. Or no, he's kind of down here in the slot, just off the offensive line.
So 3 wide receivers up top and 1 to the bottom.
Humrick, nice pocket there. You're going to roll out, throws it downfield, and he is tackled right at the 17-yard line.
Pretty sure that's where the original line of scrimmage was, or right around there. So it's going to be a 3 and out to start for the Pirates.
Game 1 yard.
So as we get ready to see, looks like you're going to have number 3, Connor Smith, back here to return the punt for the Vikings. And it's going to, I can't wait to see how Preston Barr is going to come out and look this opening drive for the Vikings.
Yeah, Preston Barr has been a very lethal player.
Miamisburg might have got a hand on that. And they're going to start this possession in very good plus territory at the 31 or 37.
36.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong line. So now it's a chance. Let's see, what do we have to look at for the Vikings, as we're going to see them for the first time on offense, Andy?
Well, kind of like you said, they got Preston Barr. He's a very good player, and then Hunter Durr looks like he's going to be the starting running back this year. He played a backup role a lot last season. He was an effective player. Jaden Burton, he's a senior wide receiver, number 4, down here at the bottom of the screen. Oh, and a flag.
And there the Pirates got the Vikings to jump.
So they start with great field goal, or with great field position, but kind of pushing themselves back a little bit.
You saw the Pirates, they lined up very early, and on the very end, or at the top of the screen, it looked like that might have been, they don't have positions listed on here for the Vikings, so I can't really tell by the position who it was. Smith goes in motion. He's going to come back. Pitch out to Durr. And Durr might get back to the original line of scrimmage.
It was very close. Looks like it's probably a pickup of about 4. It's going to be 2nd and 11.
See number 18, Preston Barr, and they do this a lot with Miamisburg. They don't use signals. They just have the quarterback or maybe a running back that comes in at a substitution, brings into play.
He's still a great quarterback.
See, man goes in motion. Barr going to fake it, throws it middle of the field, and it is incomplete. Looks like it might have been a little bit behind.
Intended target was Jaden Burton there, and it was good coverage there. The corner was right on top of him, delivered a hit right on time.
I think that might have been Robinson.
I wasn't able to see the number.
A lot of players for West Carrollton go play both sides of the ball. But if you're West Carrollton and you hold Miamisburg to a 3 and out here, you have got, I mean, that's some style points right there for your defense, giving
and
the
it's got to be a
Vikings
huge confidence boost. Yeah, it looks like it was Robinson. He just followed.
Barr back to pass, clean pocket. Barr's going to step up. He's going to tuck it, run. Barr first down at the 20, cuts back out at the 15, 10. Barr is into the, well, let's see if they fit. Yes, in for a touchdown.
Wow. And you can just see the athleticism and the explosiveness of Preston Barr on display right there. He's able to, he steps back. His first read isn't there, and then he just takes off. Just great speed, able to make a couple of different defenders miss, and he's on his way to the end zone.
You're going to have I can't tell if that is 17 or 77 kicking the extra point.
Landon Roberts, number 14 to hold.
Kick is up and good. Oh, it's 37. Tristan Linville. So 8.5 minutes into this, or 8.5 minutes left in this first quarter. We got to see, what do you think West Carrollton has got to work on? So you're going to see kind of the replay here, the tail end of the line sort of broke down, and you just see Barr had all that daylight out in front of him. And really, Robinson,
he was kind of in good position, and then he got fooled by Barr, goes inside, and he just wasn't able to get himself turned around fast enough right there around the. It
was about the 5,
12.
6. Oh.
Yeah, it was a little further out than that.
Now we're back on.
So I just went back and looked. West Carrollton is trying to break a 21-game losing streak. Didn't know it was quite that far, quite that long.
Darrell Pope and Antonio Robinson back deep for the Pirates to return this one. Linville on to boot this one away. Kind of squibs it up the middle. That's going to be fielded by Robinson. Robinson gets across the 25 and maybe gets out to the 26.
It's definitely better starting field position this time around for the Pirates. And, going to be fun to see if they got anything to show us this time.
Maybe work out
a couple of the kinks, get some of the rust off, get things ready.
Yeah.
Let's see how Hummerker reacts to this second drive for the Pirates here. He's going to go under center.
Lined up in the eye.
Going to turn around to Pope, and I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage, the way he got spun around so quickly.
And it looks like they're going to say it's a loss of about 2.
You see here in the replay. I mean, there was a hole there, and then he just couldn't shake off the tackle by Gilman.
You should be able to, but I'm not connected to the internet, so I'm having to manually track it on here.
So are we able to get that done since you're not connected?
I don't think so. You have to watch it on here.
So it was a loss of 2 back to the 25.
See where it says press box?
Hummer going to go under center again. Calls for a receiver to go in motion. That's Christian Barnes.
And they're going to call a false start.
Camera to the display.
Yeah.
So I can't see what the film.
And just struggles so far
I'm doing it directly on
for the Pirates offense. Not really able to get anything positive going.
They can't see it on the
That's why I
sideline.
just told Zach.
I mean, that's the issue.
So it'll be 2nd and 17 now after the false start.
Everything else about it, I've tried to reset it and everything else.
Hummer going to hand off to Pope.
He's
Pope
got
cuts
some
it out,
open room.
move. Pope across the 30.
And really nice job there by Pope. He's able to. It was a quick handoff. I think Pope might have been lined up in the fullback position. He was able to get out of the backfield early. And there's some nice room out there. And it's going to make it
3rd and manageable here. Here we take a look. We got the replay.
Oh, so no, but it was a great job blocking
Great block there
there.
by number 45 for the Pirates.
That is Hayden Taylor.
3rd and
Nice
6.
job there, the young fullback.
Humrick back to pass. Humrick going to roll to the right, throws it on the run, and that is incomplete.
And you know, man,
I think that was intended. Was that
number
Pitts?
5.
Oh,
Joshua Benson. And you know, I think that Humrick, he it's kind of obvious he hasn't played a lot of quarterback. He kind of got happy feet right there. He got, you know, the pressure started to come a little bit, and he got nervous. And, you know, if he would have set his feet, I think he would have made a better throw. And, you know, Benson makes one guy miss. Would have been able to have a first down. Would have been close.
And like you said, that would have had to have been a better throw because Benson really had to come back to the ball to try to even get a hand on it. Better punt this time for the Pirates, and a fair signal caught right at the 45 by Connor Smith. So let's see now. West Carrollton's defense, they did good the first 2 plays, but then that bar when he had to scramble just made him pay.
Yeah, and I wonder how quickly Coach Parker decides to try and start making some adjustments. Do you leave a spy in to try and slow down Barr? You know, with being so athletic and so prone to just taking off anytime he wants. Put one of your faster guys out there. You maybe match him up with him.
I would say you have to, because with Miamisburg not having Christian Davis anymore, he was a dual threat catching it out of the backfield. I think Hunter Durham might have only had 15 receptions all of last year, so not the pass catching threat like Christian Davis was. So maybe leave a spy up in the box like you said. Barr going to throw it down. Nice check down, but nice completion there to number 85.
Bryce Vaughn. Nice job by the big tight end there.
That is going to be about a pickup of 8.
6'2", 200 pound.
And that's
Got
the guy
pretty good
replacing
speed.
Jackson McGowan.
Yeah, you got pretty good speed, you know.
Good size for a tight end.
Soft hands. Wasn't an easy catch there, but
No, especially having the defender draped on him. 2nd and 2 here for the Vikings. Barr going to step back to pass again, throws it on an out route to Connor Smith. Smith at the 30, tries to cut back in, stays up on his feet and knocked out inside the 20.
Bryson Jones unable to get the tackle there. He was close, but, you know, Connor Smith is just so fast. He's able to get across the formation, and he's just so open. Then it's a foot race down the sideline.
Barr going to hand it off to, is that Durr?
Durr, yes. Jump cut back inside, and Durr is going to get inside the 10, looks like to about the 9-yard line.
Jones in on the stop.
Miamisburg kind of going up tempo.
And that's what you do. You go a little bit quicker when you got a lot of players playing on both sides. Durr faked the pitch out to Durr, and here's the edge and a touchdown for the Vikings. That's number 20.
Henry.
Was that 28 or 29?
29, Keith Henry.
No, they're going to say he stepped out at the 2-yard line.
Oh.
He did step. He just barely.
I'd be interested.
I don't know if we have a replay
get
of
an
that, or
extra
maybe
look
look
at
at it later.
That was awfully close.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 2 here for the Vikings. And now a timeout called by Miamisburg. With the play clock was down. So with that timeout, Andy, I guess we might as well make the rest of our Game of the Week picks. we both were correct last night with Alter or Fairmont beating Alter. So you want to go ahead and start us with the rest?
Yeah, let me pull them up real quick. So for this week's edition of MVCC Game of the Week picks, we got Oakwood at Marymount.
I'm going to go ahead and I'll take the Lumberjacks week 1.
Oh, really? All right. Well, I don't know if I can pick the Lumberjacks against a Cincinnati team like that. So I think I'm going with Marymount. Then after that, we got Ponitz and Valley View.
I don't even think we have to ask that. Valley View will have the running clock on Ponitz really quick.
Yeah, Valley View all the way. The Spartans going to have another dominant season in my eyes. Lebanon and the Borough.
I'm taking Springboro.
Yeah.
I liked what I saw when we went to their scrimmage the other night of their sophomore quarterback, Justin Davis. I think the Panthers are going to win quite a few games shutting down teams on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, yeah, exactly what Jared just said. I agree with everything. And then, so West Carrollton and Springboro? Excuse me, Miamisburg?
I'm going to take Miamisburg in this one.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to do the same thing. They've gotten off to a hot start. Handoff up the middle to Durr. It's going to be close.
And he is in. Durr with a 2-yard touchdown run there out of the Vikings timeout. Put him up 13-0 pending the extra point here coming from Linville.
And then the final game of our slate tonight is Lakota East versus Centerville.
See, we've only picked one game difference so far, and
you probably know who I'm picking.
You went and picked Cincinnati against the Miami Valley and against the Oakwood game. I'll take Centerville week 1 at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. It's always hard for me to pick against Centerville, especially they got a lot of guys returning. It's a fun team to watch last year.
Linville's extra point is up and good, putting them up 14-0. 4:53 left here in the first quarter.
And yeah, they don't have
Nick Bruder.
Yeah, Nick Bruder's gone, but they still got a lot of talent there in Centerville, and so I'm expecting them to have another great season.
The running back is going to be my focal point looking at stats for the next couple of weeks because Walkalongo graduated. I think he was just over or just under 1,000 yards last year, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, Drake Wells, I think was our quarterback, broke his collarbone.
Yep.
About halfway through the season. I don't think that's a close one to come back to. So we'll see how that works for him. Hopefully he comes back and nothing wrong mechanically.
That is for sure. He's got a bright career ahead of him.
Linville getting set to kick off for the Vikings. 0-2. Robinson.
2-score game, about 6 minutes and 17 seconds into the first quarter. As Linville prepares to kick off.
This one kicked off pretty good, fielded about the 10, and here we got a little bit of trickery here. Cuts it back across and Pope, or no, is that Pope?
Yes, that was Pope.
No,
yes.
That's Pitts.
No, that was Pope. That was number 2.
All right.
But that was a nice little reverse there.
Yeah, get the best starting field position they had.
And then Pope did a really nice job by drawing a couple of the Miamisburg defenders out deeper, out further along the sideline. He cuts back. He had a nice lane. Was able to get him out to the 32-yard line.
And there's a handoff to Foster, and he just went nowhere. And you talked about it a few times last night in our game of the week with Alter and Fairmont. Sideways running get you nowhere in high school football.
A lot of times, man, going east and west, it just doesn't get the job done most times. You gotta, stretching out the defense and everything works, but you gotta have great speed to be able to beat these G-Walk defenses.
Now you see Hummerk. This is really the first time we've seen him in shotgun. Hummerk checks it down and just in and out of the hands of number 5, Benson.
And that was just bad luck right there. I mean, Benson was ready for it, and the ball just goes in and out of his hands. That would have at least gotten them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now it's 3rd and 14. Humrick just came back out with the play from the sideline.
And a timeout called by Miamisburg.
Yeah, there was something that the defensive coordinator didn't like. He decided they'd take another look at it.
Taylor Russell, Avery Thomas, Madison McGowan, Deegan Vidal, and Brooke Cooley.
4:53 left here in the first quarter. Looking up some scores, we got Centerville winning 7-6 over Lakota East. Lebanon is beating Springboro 3-0, still early in their first quarter. Nothing from Valley View or Oakwood yet. But now coming out of the Miamisburg timeout, and maybe if a little bit of a better feeling here for the Viking or for the Pirates if you make Miamisburg use their second timeout of the quarter on your 3rd and long here for you. Hummer gonna take a 3-step drop, throws it back out to Pope.
He's going to be tackled by number 11, Kevin Sewell.
And 3rd down defense comes up again for Miamisburg. A decent pocket there that time for Humrick to pass.
Yeah, coach really emphasized that they were going to have to win the line of scrimmage, and they've kind of struggled with that so far, but there's been a couple times where they haven't done too bad of a job. They've given him some nice time, and just not
in the officials
enough so far.
And it kind of seems, I don't know if Humrick seems like he might not be the best long down the field passer. So maybe the receivers need to not go out so much. And a high snap. And I don't know why the punter would fall on it.
You know, he just got scared that the defense was right on top of him.
Jaden,
when the rush
number 9,
really
Bennett?
wasn't there. Yes, I believe it was.
And now
Everybody stay healthy.
you can't afford
Next week.
to keep giving Miamisburg short field position.
Yeah, it makes things so difficult on your defense. A defense is very inexperienced and just needs some help right now.
You see Barr here in shotgun with Durr to his right. Smith goes in motion. Barr back to pass. He's going to roll to the left. And he's going to high step his way out of that tackle and ducks out of bounds before getting hit by number 4, Bryson Jones.
Man, he's just so quick. It looked like they were trying to, like they were looking for Jaden Burton on the route. You can see him, number 4, right there, coming across the screen. He was going back to the corner, but the pressure a little too good by the Pirates made him get out of the pocket faster than he wanted to. He didn't have time to
Still a gain
fire
of
that
7,
one away.
though,
Yeah.
after the scramble for Barr.
You gotta love having a quarterback that turns a busted play into 7 yards, and he has a habit of doing that. He does it all the time.
Barr, I was about to say, going to go, and here he's going to hand off to Durr.
And there's a flag down on the play.
Oh, and that's a face mask. He ripped the helmet off.
Yeah, I feel like Durr didn't have his helmet on too tight. Probably should have had it strapped on a little stronger.
Replay.
I got a feeling these are going to be.
I don't know, that his head got turned all the way around.
they ripped it off, yes, you can stay in. If it came off from accident or incidental contact or something like that, then
So you got an illegal shift against Miamisburg, and a personal foul against.
I was going to say, I figured they offset.
It's going to be repeat second down. But I always thought an illegal shift stops the play on offense.
It's week 1 for the refs too, Jared.
Okay. Because, I mean, if anything, that should have been blown dead and that shouldn't have even happened.
Mm-hmm. And you could see big number 55, Chamar Mays. Yeah, as soon as the helmet came off, he was just like, come on, man, we can't catch a break.
And now here's a flag. This one's going to be offsides against West Carrollton. And I don't know if we got a replay of that sequence, but if we do, I want to kind of look at that because you're going to talk about the inexperience here. You're going to see the left 2 guard and tackle pull here for Miamisburg.
I think they were calling number 22. I think they said he was probably lined up offsides.
And here we see it again.
He's very close down there.
Barr going to throw it in end zone. Caught Connor Smith.
And I mean, Connor Smith, he's such an experienced wide receiver, a senior. He's so fast, 5'9", 160 pounds, just shy of 160 pounds. And I mean, you can just see his explosiveness there, right there on the slant. He's so hard to cover. Kevin Davis Jr., number 7 there on the coverage, and he was one of the bright spots for West Carrollton last season. But it's been a tough start to this game for him. Played quarterback for him for a couple games after. Oh, what was the other quarterback's name?
Brock Vaughn was last year. Split time with.
No.
You're going before that?
No. West Carrollton.
Oh, Logan Cloyd.
Yeah. He was their starter after Logan Cloyd went down. And before that was just an effective wide receiver and corner.
So right now, if you're Lance Schneider and the Vikings, up 21-0 here, still in the first quarter, feeling nothing but happiness here. And if you're West Carrollton on those sidelines, you gotta have short-term memory. You can't be haunted by plays that have turned out negatively for you, like the block or the. I don't really can't. The high snap. I was trying to figure that out. Linville on to kick this one. Once again, 4th time we've seen him. And really the bright spot of this Pirates team so far for what we've seen is their kickoff. We've seen some returns, decent returns, and tackled right at the 25, maybe gets out to the 26.
Yeah, so once again, pretty good return there by Antonio Robinson.
Starting this one at the 27. Let's see, Humrick. It looks like there's some confusion between Humrick and his receivers. Play clock's down to 8.
2 wide receivers split out to each side.
Humrick hands it. Pope, and Pope goes nowhere. Maybe a gain of 2. Looked like maybe 98 was one of the first ones there. Marshawn Gregory Bay. Pickup of 2. Humrick going to take a 2-step drop. Got to get rid of it. Humrick tackled way back at the 15.
And, you know, we've talked about the times.
And look at the celebration there by Bay.
And we've talked about the times in which the offensive line just hasn't held up for the Pirates here in this first quarter. And this is another one of those examples. You'll see. I mean,
you see there, nobody, it's like, who was that, number 3? Martinez didn't really pick up the block on Bray. That's going to make it a 3rd and 20 back all the way to the, well, they said, for forward momentum was stopped at the 17, but he was laying down at the 15. And now a flag. A delay of game for the Pirates, and that's going to knock them back 5 more yards.
So 3rd and 25.
And with all these kind of, I guess you can call them mental mistakes here in the first quarter, but with so many of them starting to pile up, we'll let this play develop. Humrick hit back, and I'm surprised he held on to the ball.
Yeah, and he just didn't know where to go with it, didn't know when to throw it away. I mean, he was just looking for some help, and I mean,
you can't get rid of it because nobody in the area. He's still in the tackle box with how quickly they spread out.
Yeah.
But we were talking about before the play, it's just like the mental, the delay games, the false starts, the offsides. Those are just mental mistakes that you've got to work through the rest of this game, and at least for the rest of the season. If not, I mean, that's just they're drive killers and they're team downers.
Yeah, and you're struggling as it is. There's another penalty.
No, I think an official. Oh, they're going to go delay game against West Carrollton again. That's going to go from the 4 to the 2. The punter really can't move, and this is one of the worst positions. Can't even say in the shadows of your goalpost when you're almost even with your goalpost.
I was going to say, I think he's standing under it.
And that one, that's the best punt we've seen all game.
Yeah, and it was a great job of him not to get that thing blocked. Just, you know, I think he needs to be kicked and scared all the time. He lodged that thing.
Yeah, right. It, like a bullet out of a gun with how quickly he got rid of that. And, I mean, you got number 6? Penrod comes untouched.
And I don't even know how Mason didn't get there in time. I mean, he was like a heat-seeking missile from the get-go. Like, from the jump of that play, I thought he was going to smack that thing right back at the punter's face, but best kick of the night so far for, he said that was number 9, Jaden Bennett.
That put him back out at the 44. So that's a 50, I'd say a 54.5-yard punt because he was at the back of the end zone. Barr looking downfield. Barr's going to throw it middle of the field in. It is hauled in by number 4? Jaden Burton. Just seam up the middle, and Barr read it perfectly the whole way. Yeah. Perfect route by Burton.
Yeah, and I'm not sure who was playing in the middle of the field right there.
And we see,
safety.
Maybe if we have the
so close, he was almost able to get in there. I mean, if that pass is made a half second later, I think it's a pick going back the other direction. But just the great timing there.
Well, I was going to say, if we had at the start of that replay, you saw Smith went in motion from the top to the bottom, and everybody for West Carrollton was pointing at Smith and telling him to follow him. And Burton just got through the back and making it an easy walk-in from about 30 yards out where he caught it. Linville 4 for 4 in the first quarter for extra points, and 24 seconds left here in the first, and Vikings up 28-0 and looking to put a stamp on it. You see here, look, 2 people go with Smith, leaves Burton wide open.
And Kevin Davis, man, he was so close.
He
got that
right.
hand up
He
there.
just I think he looked the wrong way, it looked like. Now Linville coming back out for his 5th kickoff in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe 10 or 12.
Linville kicking off for the Vikings. Robinson Pope back for the Pirates.
See ball placed at the 40. That one fielded just at the 10 by Pope. Nice open field tackle there. Was that number 33, Owen Post?
I believe so.
And I don't know how Miamisburg coaching staff over here didn't notice, and the coaching staff or the refs didn't notice. There was 12 players for the Pirates out there on the field. He had one run up late here at about the 40.
I saw you count. I was wondering what you were counting.
I saw somebody run on late, and I didn't see anybody run off. And like you said, first week for the refs too. I guess they got to start going to some scrimmages.
Right. Obviously, these guys didn't have a preseason.
Now we have a change at quarterback here. You're going to have number 7, Kevin Davis Jr. back there for the Pirates.
All right, interesting. Kevin Davis was
and he is hit as he throws. And if he could have had a better right guard there, he might have had a better throw and maybe could have hit. I don't know who was that intended to. Was that Pope maybe? Or no, Pitts? .13 seconds left here in the first quarter. Davis takes the snap. He's going to run right up the middle. Cuts to the outside. Back across the 30. And that is the first down of the season for the Pirates.
And Kevin Davis, he's fortunate not to have gotten his bell rung right there. I think it might have been number 2. Aiden Gillum comes in last second to lower the hammer. Okay, so it was not Gillum.
He got off there. No, nice follow.
Baylor Stickle.
But, I mean, you saw Gillum didn't give up on the play, was wrapping him up around the hip when Stickle came in. So that is going to do it for the first quarter of our MVCC Game of the Week. Week 1 opener. Miamisburg winning 28-0 over the West Carrollton Pirates.
And, you know, you gotta wonder if Kevin Davis going to add a little spark to this offense. And obviously they go out, get a first down, a couple plays in. And, you know, the athleticism of Kevin Davis is really special. I mean, he did a lot of things for this Pirates team last year. He's a very good player, both sides of the ball. And, you know, their offense did take a tick up when he took over at quarterback after the Logan Cloyd injury.
So we see coming out of the quarter change out at about the 38-yard line. Davis in shotgun. Davis takes the snap, going to air it out along the sideline, and that one is intercepted by none other than Baylor Stickle.
And Baylor Stickle.
And he has been, in the 4 years that he's been here, he has been the anti-hero for the West Carrollton Pirates.
Well, in his 4 years here, it feels like it's been more like 6. And, you know, he's absolutely probably my favorite player in all of GWalk. I love watching him play. I'm sad he doesn't get to play a lot of offense anymore, because I love those days.
I think he's found his spot, though, at the safety or corner, or just
he's
ball hawk out there in the middle of the field.
He's definitely a master of the secondary.
And West Carrollton's going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Pirates.
And here you see one right there, middle of the screen, just undercuts it and a little bit of an overthrow. So I don't know, what do we do here? I mean, we've seen Barr throw a bullet for a touchdown. We've seen him scramble for a 30-yard score. We've seen him step up in the pocket and make good throws. I don't know what else we could look at on this Vikings offense.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Jared.
First down at the 43 after the Baylor Stickle interception. I don't know what to... Okay, there we go. I was about to say, I don't know why there's no signal for play yet. Smith's going to get the end around.
Oh, hey.
Oh, no, look, Baylor Stickle. Baylor Stickle. Oh, he was... Gets out to the 40, or gets down to the 42.
No, I saw him stay out there after the interception. Like, I didn't see him.
I did too, and then they called the timeout, so I didn't pay back attention.
Okay, maybe it's Baylor Stickle time.
Stickle gets the handoff again, and that one is blown dead. Did West Carrollton get the timeout called? They did, and the ref about made the big mistake of pointing the wrong way. If we can go back to that one, or that Baylor Stickle run, I think he might have been one cut away from having himself a touchdown.
In 2002, the James Myers Child Abuse Foundation was established.
I think if he would have maybe cut out at that first time when, there you got Davis out there playing
as well as making an impact
corner or linebacker too for the Pirates. Maybe if he would have cut left instead of cut in, maybe could have had himself a touchdown.
Well, and you said it earlier, Jared, you know, when you got guys, when you don't have a very deep roster and you got guys playing both ways so often, you know, you're gonna have guys making mistakes, and you know, Kevin Davis normally plays better than this, but he's struggled today. Barr's going to keep it.
Barr gets across the 40. Going to be second down and about 7. Barr in the backfield. Looks like Stickle's staying in on this whole drive. Then you got Henry coming in the back. Oh, Connor Smith just lets that one drop.
That's a rare mistake there by Connor Smith. Been sure-handed over the years, our time watching him, and that one he just let go.
Kid was the most sure-handed kid I had in middle school back in the day. No, I got a kid.
I was about to say, I don't know. There's not much more Barr could have done. Put it right there. Kind of in the breadbasket where you want it. Maybe he's looking upfield before he has possession. 3rd and 7 here for the Vikings. Durr goes in motion. Barr takes a two-step drop. Barr going to roll to the right. Barr will have the first down, puts a stiff arm down, and Barr knocked out of bounds. Oh, I thought that was a flag. That's the West Carrollton ball boys playing with a football over there. I was like, good Lord, the ref had a high launch angle on that. But no, I mean, this Miamisburg's line stands tough for as long as it needs to. And then there it's just a foot race, and Barr has more athleticism.
Six, it looks like. Bird.
They marked him as 18.
Miamisburg went up tempo real quick while we were in that replay. You see Barr going to go under center. Barr handed off. Is that Henry? Henry upended, has enough for the first down.
Oh, they're gassed. They're already out of fuel.
Play clock at 20, so Miamisburg plenty of time. As they walk up to the line. Durr goes in motion. Stickle gets the carry up the middle. Stickle cuts in, hit at the 5, kind of hit high.
He's blasted there by Bryson Jones.
Holds onto the ball and gets inside the 5.
Comes in from out of nowhere.
No, hit him with the shoulder, so clean hit.
Made Devin Bird whiff on the initial attempt.
He playing right tackle.
First and goal here from the 3. Durr gets the carry, and Durr hit in the backfield by number 6, Devin Bird. See here, Bird comes right through, unblocked. Under 9 minutes left here in the first half. And you can tell these Vikings defensive linemen are gassed. They're on their knees a majority of the play clock. Barr keeps it. Barr scrambles in. Barr has his second rushing touchdown of the game. Puts the Vikings up 34-0, pending extra point from Linville. And I don't know if this was kind of a broken play. I don't know if Stickle was supposed to go to the right.
It kind of looked like exactly that.
But Barr turns a busted play into a touchdown for himself. And Linville's going to kick his 5th extra point of this first half. Snaps down, hold good. Kick is up, and kick is good. Linville 5 for 5. As you see the West Carrollton fans looking to get a little bit restless over there. Another look at that Barr touchdown run.
You see, he holds out there, and Baylor Stickle goes the other direction. Preston Barr's like, wait, where'd you go, man?
I guess I'll follow your block instead of you taking the rock. But, I mean, Barr and this Miamisburg's offense is just cutting this Pirates defense up. And we talked about it. It's going to be a battle of attrition, and West Carrollton does not have the amount of players that Miamisburg does to where they don't have to, everybody has to play multiple sides of the ball. And maybe as the season progresses for the Pirates, you get down into your conference, and actually West Carrollton plays conference from week 2 out to close out the season. but maybe you get into those smaller school battles and maybe you get both teams that have a lot of players going both ways. Maybe the outcome might be a little bit better than this one. I was so thought they were going to forget about that. I haven't heard it all kickoff, and now we got crazy trained by Ozzy Osbourne again.
A short kick.
Oh, nice return here. Was that Pope?
Yes, it was.
But see, if you take a look at this, where it bounces.
Yeah, but the kicking team was pretty close. You don't want to.
It would have only gained about 1 yard for them. They would have been at the 35. They start at the 34.
Oh, they only moved to the 35 in college or in high school?
Oh, well, Andy, when we started announcing college. But yeah, 35 at the. They got Humrick back in there. Humrick with a pitch out to Pope. Pope.
Jump cut inside and out to the 39.
Couldn't shake off that tackle from Ty Hunter. There's a flag on the play.
Looks like there was some extracurriculars as one of the
nice open
linemen, one of the offensive
I see
linemen
there at the top.
Getting talked to by one of the coaches.
Looks like it's 92, Connor Sticklin.
As well as number 62 for the Pirates, Abdulani.
That's a 39. No, before the penalty.
And this, one of the best runs by Pope we've seen tonight.
Oh, there's a double team, as you can see up top. Number 62 and number 60, Peyton Barbosa and Abdulani.
And Sticklin didn't like it and got a little bit pushy with it.
Now Connor pushed him at the end. Did you see that?
But yeah. Right. Last guy gets to see.
Right. Of course.
Reset the.
So that pushes him across the 50.
West Carrollton, first time in Vikings territory.
First and 10 at 46. Humrick back to pass. Humrick checks down, completes it to Benson.
That was a nice job by Humrick. He saw the pressure coming. He kind of steps to the side to evade it, and then delivers a strike. Kind of gets out of the pocket. Nice blocking there by Pope.
Nice open field tackle though there by, I think that was Hunter again for the Vikings.
I thought they just threw another flag, but the refs threw one to the other.
2nd and 5 here for the Pirates. Hands off to Pope.
Not a lot of room.
Maybe gets across the line of scrimmage.
Looks like they're going to give him one. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Got the ball on the Viking 40.
Under 7 minutes left here in the first half. Humrick brings him up to the line with 12 seconds left on the play clock. Humrick turns around, hands it to Pope. Pope tried to get to the hole, but got there a little bit late when he decided to move.
That was number 6, Mason Penrod. See him flash in there from the secondary, right there, the middle linebacker. Tries to get around him
and there to clean it up.
Penrod, and I believe it was 58 as well. Marco Chambers.
4th and 3, Pirates keeping the offense on the field here. 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Play clock at 10. Humrick back to pass. Humrick going to scramble for it, and Humrick, I think, is going to be a yard short.
He's not going to get it. Not a bad attempt there, though. His wide receivers weren't open, and the pocket deteriorated
very quickly.
Very, very quickly.
I don't know, maybe if he would have handed it off to Martinez, Martinez might have had a better shot of getting that first down.
And the Vikings also sent extra pressure. There were 5 guys rushing that time.
Barr in shotgun. Miamisburg barely gets the play off. Barr looking to go downfield, middle of the field, hauled in and tried to stay on his feet. That was Hunter Durr at midfield.
That's actually Landon Roberts on that play. They ended up taking Barr out. And I think they said enough is enough for the starter.
Right, you don't want to.
5 points, and they're stopping the clock.
Second half.
That only happened.
No sense in trying to get your quarterback injured week 1. Roberts back to pass, throws it middle of the field, and threw it triple covered, and what a catch.
That was a very ill-advised throw, but he was able to get that thing in there through the arms of Kevin Davis. See on the replay, Davis right there is going to drop back into the zone. And I don't know how he didn't pick that
right,
thing
I was
off.
about to say, it looked like it went through Davis's arms. Roberts looks pretty good on the first 2 plays we've seen from him. Handoff there to number 26. Chris Inja. See, now you saw Connor Smith comes out of the game too. See, move from top to bottom of the screen. I think a false start against the Vikings.
Second down, Vikings.
So 2nd and 11 here for the Vikings. 3:45 left and counting here in the first. Roberts back to pass. Roberts looking to air it downfield. Hauled in by number 4. That is Bruton.
Nice catch there by the wide receiver. 6'3", senior. He does a good job running routes. Got open right there. He's able to make a guy miss and get out around the 20.
They didn't. I must have go on the ball carrier. Pick up a stop.
Injure the ball carrier.
16.
Gonna be a pickup of about 3 minutes remaining here in the first half.
There was an end around with the Vikings. Nice hit
Number
there.
29, Keith Henry.
Henry the ball carrier, but a nice hit there. Big hit there. Looked like it was at number 9. Jaden Bennett, the punter.
Connor Smith going to come out for this play, get subbed out.
Roberts pulled it back. Roberts going to have him. Oh, I thought he was going to get in there. Down at the 1, Roberts.
That was awfully close. I really thought he was going to get there. Antonio Robinson in on the stop. Right there, the Vikings had like 2 different offensive linemen. Poole helped create the hole.
Second and goal from the 1. Under 2 minutes left here in the first half. Enja gets the carry, and does he get in? No.
That was awfully close. I saw him reach that ball out at the last second. I don't know. I think I would have given it to him. We'll see if we get try and pay attention to the knee here on the replay. Get those legs churning. Can't see. Oh.
And they're on 3rd down.
And get it back again, and they're going to get stuffed.
I think he might have actually lost one on that play. So it's now going to be 4th down here from the 2.
I say that if you'd have had me as a coach, you'd have known better, but
You would think Miamisburg would have to leave the offense on the field here and go for it. Gamble you can take here. 4th and goal at the 2, up 35.
Yeah, I don't really think it's going to cost them if they don't get it.
Unless the Vikings have a sponsor that donates money for every point they score, they're like, no, take the field goal. And they're going to take the timeout with 28 seconds left. That's going to be the last for the Vikings this quarter, or this half. Opening week of MVCC Game of the Week football. Had a very exciting game last night at Rash Stadium in the Battle of Kettering, and that one came down to the final.
See this thing right here?
28 seconds left here.
I got 2 red fixtures, focus camera and the press box camera, so that's connected up there. You want to run off of it's not going to help. I tried that last week during the scrimmage with my hotspot, and it didn't help.
See West Carrollton coming back out onto the field.
I hate people are going to be, hey, think about turning it off, turn it back on.
I've unplugged everything. I mean, Steve Cole's over there recording it with his phone so he can send it down to those guys so they can see what they're doing up front at least.
Long timeout here for the Vikings.
Are we good? He goes, yeah, we're good. Okay.
Game of the week for week number 1 here with the Miami Valley Communications Council.
Before the game started, everything was
Got a jam-packed
all of a sudden I got back up here.
12 games in 10 weeks.
They didn't charge
Super excited for the rest of the games on the schedule next week. That should be another good one. We got Trotwood and Fairmont back at Roush Stadium. Always one of the funner places to go call a game at.
Definitely can be one of the louder ones at some point.
That's for
well,
sure.
when you've got a band that's 200, 250 strong, that's definitely going to let out a lot of noise.
That is for sure.
Hopefully weather will hold out and we might actually get to see the band Script Birds.
Right? Yeah. We didn't get to see that last night. That was a real weird night. I mean, it was not supposed to rain, and then we got rain, and then it rained half the game.
Coming out of the West Carrollton timeout now, 28 seconds left. 4th and goal from the 2. See Connor Smith out there, down here, second receiver at the bottom. Barr going to be alone in the backfield. Roberts, sorry. Roberts pulls it down the last second, and that one was tipped away, intended to Smith. And the Pirates defense at least forced Roberts to step up in the pocket and then alter his plan of running it in.
Yeah, and you know, I was watching Connor Smith that whole play, and when he made his cut, he was open, but I think the defense making him step up kind of took away the option to make that throw. Then he tried to fit it in.
I know he tried to feed it in there to Smith, but maybe, I don't know if he just overlooked Bruton in the back of the end zone.
Good time for a sack in the end zone.
It's going to be now 1st and 10 for the Pirates at their own 2. Now you've got Humrick back in there. I saw Humrick standing over here to the left, and I was like, well, didn't know what they were going to run.
Philly special.
Pope gets out of the end zone, maybe gets to the 3, and nobody has any timeouts to stop the clock, and that one is going to do it for the first half of our MVCC Game of the Week number 1. Miamisburg's going to go into the half up 35-0 over the Pirates. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. Nothing really surprising. Kind of went exactly note by note of what we did talking before the game, and we're going to throw it down to the bands for the halftime show, and then we'll be back for the second half of our MVCC Game of the Week. Welcome back inside the Holland Field as we get ready to kick off the second half of our MVCC game of the week. Miamisburg leading 35-0 over the West Carrollton Pirates. So coming out of halftime, what we think, I don't think there's going to be anything new for the Vikings. It's just going to be have your offense run kind of the same stuff that you did there in the end of the second quarter. West Carrollton, if they want to try to just work on some plays, you got to come into this half like the last half just didn't happen. Come in thinking like it's a new start of a game to try to work on something. And you want to go over some of our scores from the other?
Yeah, sure, Jared. So as of right now, it is halftime for the Elks and Lakota East, and they're up 14-12 right now. That is, Centerville is up 14-12. Nice return here by Baylor
Stickle
Stickles.
Out across the 35, out to the 38.
Oakwood, a surpriser for me at least, up 12-8 at the half over top of Marymount. Wow, I wouldn't have guessed that one. And they got a chance of beating a Cincinnati team, so I guess go Lumberjacks. Then when you look at Springboro, they're up 14 to, is that 9, Jared?
9.
Okay. So yeah, 14-9 at half over Lebanon. Valley View 52-0. Man, I knew
49-0 in the first quarter.
I knew it was gonna be bad, man. I didn't think it would get that bad that fast. They're gonna put 100 on them.
Probably did. I'll keep my eye out there. They're more than halfway there. Kate Henson. They're going to have 4 or 5 touchdowns in that first quarter. As you see, Roberts.
Minimum.
Nice run here by Roberts across the 45.
It just seems like, Miamisburg, they just always seem to have athletic quarterbacks, guys that, they might not always wow you with the greatest speed or anything, but, he can definitely get out there, make some plays. Picked up 9 there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, they got JJ at right.
I kind of like what Miamisburg's done this year. They didn't really do that a lot last year, pulling the receiver and running back down, and Enga gets the carry there, stays up on his feet across the 50, lowers his shoulder, gets maybe to the 47.
Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 49. A little generous for the Pirates because I thought he got up to the 48, but I guess the Vikings don't need any more help.
Yeah, that is a bad spot. You saw there he at least got to the 48, 47. Durr goes in motion. Roberts back to pass, going to throw it. Hauled in and incomplete. And
I think that's intercepted.
And it is. Interception there. Was that number 4, Bryson Jones?
I did not get a number, but it was a great play there by the defensive back. Throws a little high, intended for the wide receiver.
Jones is there, so is that Antonio Robinson?
I'm waiting for him to turn a little bit.
I think that's his ear.
Yes. And we saw him at the very last second.
Robinson comes up with the ball, showing to the coaching staff that one was mine. Now you got to pitch back out here to Pope.
I'm going to cut back inside.
And just couldn't get out of Gilman's tackle. You kind of can't block too. Miamisburg's stronger edges there with Gilman and I think that was 40. Was it 42 or 45?
You gotta love Marcus.
It was either Alex Allard or Avery Bird.
He loves this game. He loves Miamisburg.
Got back to the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to pull Pope out of the game, at least for a play. He was kind of slow getting back to the huddle, so maybe they want him to get checked out.
They got Pitts coming in to replace him.
And yeah, he's on his way over to the training table right now.
It only stops when change of possession, right?
Yeah. Or an injury or a timeout.
Injury or
We'll allow injuries.
That pass over the hands of Benson, just too high there.
Makes it third down here for the Pirates.
Third down, Pirates.
3rd and 10 at the 36. Humrick going to be in shotgun formation. Humrick gets a kind of a low snap, going to check it down to Pitts. Pitts at the 40. Pitts
able to make one defender miss.
It's going to be close. Is it a first down?
First down.
Yes, he did.
Stays out of bounds at the 42, and that's just enough. Or excuse me, make that the 47. I'm sorry.
I look at the wrong lines all the time. So first down there for the Pirates, moving close to midfield again. Handoff there goes to Pitts. Pitts tries to dance his way through. Gets to about the 50.
So it looks like Joseph Ingram's going to have to check out of the game for a play as his helmet came off. Big 6'6" left tackle for the Pirates. He's one of those two-sport athletes. We see him on the basketball court all the time. Exceptional talent.
That's one you cannot keep out of the paint.
Not at all. Good Lord, man. It was like he got everything for the Pirates on the court.
There's a run there by Pitts, so he checks back in. Or no, sorry, that was Pope that went out. So Pitts picks up about 3 on the play.
And Joseph's going to come back in. Nice job by number 57, Cole Gable. And
he
came in.
He did his job in replacement.
Right.
Third and 3 here for the Pirates. Humrick back to pass, gonna try to air it out, going down the field, and it is hauled in and then stripped away from Robinson.
And I'll tell you what, that was amazing coverage there. I didn't get the number on that.
26. I just saw him walk away for Miamisburg.
Great ball play. Nice ball too.
Do they have 226? I want to. Maybe we're going to look at this in the replay because that cannot. Oh, 36.
That's Henry Cooks. Great coverage there. He was on Antonio Robinson step for step the whole way and just waits till the very last second, puts his hand in there and pries that thing out.
Nobody to oversee him, dude, and just became really bad. Really bad.
Bennett on to punt here for the Pirates.
Yeah, I don't know either. 4th and 3, dude.
Gets a high end-over-end kick.
Yes, he is.
Get the hell out of the way.
And there, Miamisburg's going to let it just roll to about the 12-yard line.
It's going to be first and 10 from
Ball is down. First down, Vikings.
3:58 left here in the third quarter. Miamisburg getting their second possession of the second half. Let's see, Roberts lead the Vikings back out onto the field. Smart by Schneider. You were up 28-0 in the first quarter. Pull your starters. They did their job and don't want to take a chance on injuries. They got a tough game next week, the Vikings do, against Bellbrook. Last year we did that game here at Holland, and Bellbrook, I'm not going to say shocked them, but definitely brought the power to them as Durrs tackled for a loss.
Well, it was a shock to me.
I knew Bellbrook was good, and I mean, they're good for the swivel, but for them to come in and just run all over the Vikings the way they did last year on a one of the better defenses that GWalk had last year, and I think Miamisburg might have something to say next week. That'll be down at Miami Valley South Field in Bellbrook.
We'll see, though. You know, I'd say coming in playing against West Carrollton week 1, it kind of does a disservice to them because, you know, it's not really a good test for.
Roberts keeps that one. Roberts going to throw on the one, wide open, hauled in by number, is that 85 again?
Yes, sir. Bryce Vaughn
with a 87-yard touchdown catch and run.
And that was impressive. You think he's doing a good job filling Jackson McGowan's shoes?
I would say so. So far, two. Well, is that his second touchdown of the game? I think it is.
I'm not sure if the first one was a touchdown. Yeah, I'm not sure if the first one was a touchdown. But what a catch! I mean, outstretched hands, placed perfectly.
There's nobody around him. He caught that and he was just like bye bye.
And you would have never known that Roberts was a backup quarterback with that kind of a throw.
No,
I mean,
the
on
way
the money.
He faked out the whole defense. I mean, you had everybody collapse on Durr, and here he pops out of the back of the end zone, throws a bullet to him. I mean, he got that, about the 50 is where he caught it?
Just shy, yeah.
So, I mean,
probably around the 45.
Roberts with a nice pass, air under it, and that score puts up 42-0 now.
I disconnected it once already.
You see here, look here, the whole defense just went on the Durr.
At this point,
and Durr could have had a first big run for himself too.
It's green now.
Really?
Yeah, it's green.
And there he just nobody around him, and he was untouched. And
tell you what, great job by number 29 though. Get in there and that's Keith Henry.
Sure.
He does a good job making sure that the Vaughn's got the extra couple yards.
Unbelievable.
Now Linville, you know, I want Miamisburg to get stopped at about the 30, 35, because I want to see what kind of leg Linville has for a field goal. And I'm sure we're going to see it a couple more times. We got the Fairmont game coming up against the Vikings here. We got them week 4 at Centerville. We've got, and then at the end of the year with Springboro. So we'll get to see it, but I kind of want to know going in, before we go in, what kind of leg he has. After tonight, Crazy Train's going to be burned into my memory. That one fielded at about the...
Nice job there by Antonio Robinson. Get an extra few yards with a jump cut back to the outside.
We got to get some deeper kickoffs.
Yeah, they didn't come back then.
We'd appreciate the fans not to be standing along the fence.
I know it's not really a game that area we talk about, but I mean, we've talked about Moeller a lot on the basketball side, but Moeller for football tonight is playing, and that's close if his knee was down or not.
He's outside of the tackle box.
I'm going to say it was incomplete. But Moeller playing Ben Davis out of Indianapolis, who I think in this century has won 17 out of, what year is it?
22.
23. Well, yeah, 17 out of 22 state championships for Indianapolis.
Wow.
And they're tied at 14 at the end of the first quarter. Well, that's the last update I have.
So you're saying Moeller's going to be good at football this year?
Trying to scroll through other...
17 out of 22.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
I think they had quite a few undefeated seasons in that stretch, too.
Who is their coach?
I will get back to you on that. That ball, nice pass there from...
That is number 8. Brandon Foster, going to get him right to the 50-yard line. Going to go ahead and move the chains. And the pressure was coming from the jump. The ability to just get that pass away by Humrick. Really tough right there as Marshawn Gregory Bay was breathing down his neck.
I'm sorry, 13 out of 22.
Hey, that's still impressive.
Right. Still trying to pull up their head coach, but yeah, that's insane.
It was 2 for 6. If you went 6 ago, you got something great. Well, Sam's 215 now, which they gave him some weight, and then Abel's heavyweight. So he wrestled at one time.
And basketball has won 4 of the last 5 state championships there for Ben Davis too. So dominant sport there for
My
Ben Davis
goodness.
High School at Indianapolis.
But he took the team to finish second in overtime.
Trying to look up other scores.
You think people in our area hate Centerville for how good they are, how much winning they do?
Centerville's got nothing.
They don't even. I was gonna say they don't win nothing like that. I mean, they even make Valley View look soft with, 4 state championships in the last 30 years. It's like, what? Who cares?
Right.
They got 3 times as many. Goodness gracious.
Let's see. Centerville
Maybe we won't have to go on the road sometime, Jared. Catch a Ben Davis game.
17-12. Centerville up.
Humrick's going to take the snap.
Humrick evades the tackle. Now he's there. Now he's running backwards and sideways, and that's.
When there was just nowhere to go. I was looking down the field, and I don't think there was a wide receiver on the right-hand side of the field within 20 yards of him.
Space 2nd and 10 from the. Or no, sorry, 2nd and 15.
Oh, there's a Wayne score finally. Wayne's up on Fairfield, 6 at half.
Yeah.
That's who Centerville's played the last 2 years.
They just ended up correcting the scoreboard. For a second, I was confused. It said 2nd and 45.
From the 45. It's like that's backwards. Hummer completes that pass, gets out to the original line of scrimmage. Third and about 11 here for the Pirates.
Three wide receivers split out to the bottom, one to the top. Humrick takes a snap, looks somewhere to go, and
that one is in. Oh!
In and out of the hands of Henry Cooks.
That might have been a house call.
And Cooks was just thinking about a pick 6. He was not worried about actually taking it back.
See, we got Valley View.
That's a house call, just waiting at
up 59 to nothing over Ponitz.
How late in the game?
Third quarter.
Third quarter? All right, I guess they're not going to put 100 on them.
I guess maybe not. They slowed down considerably.
On with that whole running clock for the whole second half.
Yeah, that's just adding pressure to it. They're going to have a timeout taken by Oak or West Carrollton. Sorry. Take a look at that replay again. Hit it through.
And that was close to helmet.
Let's see, Oakwood up 19-15 at the end of the third quarter over Marymount.
Big Ed, his younger brother, still.
I think that was the game we split last year, and I think I'm going to look, but I think Oakwood might have won. I think they had to come back and went for 2 to win that one. So they're up 19-17. So they're in a tight contest with Marymount.
That's like a key.
Yes, very much so.
So now it looks like West Carrollton has got everything figured out, and they're going to be ready to punt this one away. 9.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
Thomas, let's see what you got. Build that. Yep. Get to the corner.
Fielded at about the 21.
There you go.
Nice cut there at the 15 or at the 40. Get back.
Go, kid.
Here we got. He's at midfield. Blockers out.
He's got blockers.
At the 20, 20 to 15 to 10, and he is in for an 80-yard punt return for number 15, Tamir Thomas.
Attaboy, Tamir.
Just to add insult to injury. I mean, there is great blocking up and down the field. He has a great cutback right around the 40, right there. And then by that point, there's only, it looks like about 3 Pirates to beat, and he's got a slew of blockers.
And just unbelievable there, Tamir Thomas, an 80-yard punt return. Puts it at 48. Miamisburg lining up late here for the extra point. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Lavelle's not going to get this one off, and it's going to be a delay game on the Vikings.
Stop it.
There's about to be a delay game on the refs. I'm making that call. It was like it was. I saw it was. It
I thought they were going to let him go.
Work on it.
This will be the
5 yards back.
most challenging kick that Lavelle has had tonight. He's going to have to attempt an extra point at the. What is he at the 15?
The 7?
Oh, they're hiking. Okay, they're hiking it from the 7. So it looks like he's right at the 15. So a 25-yard extra point here. Snaps good, holds good, kick up. Lavelle puts it right down the middle of the uprights. 49-0 now lead the Vikings over the Pirates.
Not great, but good enough.
And again, I mean, I know it's only week 1, but I mean, when we do our show at the end of the year, maybe a play of the year candidate,
17-14.
an insane punt return.
Yeah, I think I agree there. I mean, that's a pretty good one to put in there.
That's the kid's name that you were thinking of. The Northmont kid.
I don't know that scoop and score from the Firebirds last night, the first score.
Yeah.
Potential there. We need to start seeing some offense here the next couple weeks.
I know. It's all coming from the defensive side so far.
Oh, East. You said they used to. He's playing for Wayne's up 6 out.
So now it's going to be kickoff here for the
Springfield
Vikings.
I haven't gotten a score update from that one in a while.
Linville on to kick off once again. No crazy train this time, Amanda. Shh. Don't tell nobody.
I think that might be his best kickoff of the night. Robinson's going to get out to the outside across the 30.
And here, another team that a lot of our teams play. Springfield up 27-3 over St. Ignatius up in Cleveland. That's a big game for the Wildcats. They played them, I believe, 2 years ago in the state championship and lost. So nice to see a lot of area schools going out of conference games and scheduling harder teams and definitely doing well. Let's see, Centerville at a 23-12.
The handoff to number 3. He's going to get it out across the 35. That is Cam Martinez. Looks like they're going to give him 7 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
Chick-fil-A at the away concession stand. At the marching band concession stand by the scoreboard.
Let's see, we got an update. Trotwood trailing Winton Woods 14-7. 4 minutes left in the third. We'll be covering the Rams next week against the Firebirds back at Roush Stadium.
Hand off to Martinez again. Finds a little bit of a hole.
I thought he was going to get the first down, and then it just
going to pick up about 2.
Wall.
First down.
And there's a small hole there.
Okay, I guess it wasn't enough for a first down.
I don't know. I think that's a very generous spot.
Andy, it's 49-0. Let's give West Carrollton some first downs.
Hey man, I think Noah Hartley deserves the credit for not giving up that first down. Noah Hartley's number 38 there for the Vikings, gets in there. The initial hit.
Play clock's at 1. There can be a delay game. Again, there's about 4 or 5 seconds after the delay game. The hit 0. That's going to back them up 5 yards. You see all the coaching staff over there for West Carrollton. If you knew where we weren't and going to air it out here, and that one is intercepted by number
Pope was the intended wide receiver, but just was not
48.
Just was not on the same page with the quarterback, or maybe he couldn't throw it far enough.
Phillips gets it down to the 30.
This is 10 from the 29, Pat. Carmelo Phillips, 30-yard line.
There's a flick. Hey, the ref threw that one up pretty high.
And also at the top of the.
It looks like that's going to be on
the other side of the field.
And you see there, Pope just never turned around, really.
But I just don't think that the throw was far enough.
No, I mean, it was there, but it looked, I don't know, maybe Pope just a little too fast. I mean, granted, you had to go for it. Well, it was 2nd, 3rd, and long, I think, after that delay of game. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 30 for the Vikings here. So we're going to have about 5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Handoff there goes to number 26, Chris Enga.
Second down, Vikings.
About a loss of 3 on the play.
Now number 19, Tanner Vongzi, in at quarterback.
Younger brother to Tate Vongzi, who was the Miamisburg quarterback.
I thought I recognized that name.
That is Omar.
Cousins.
Have Enga standing next to him.
Well, there's a bad exchange there.
And Enga's going to turn it into positive yards as he's pushed out of bounds about the 20-22 maybe.
Bennett
stopped.
I think it's going to be like.
No, it was the ball mark.
Oh, yeah, it's my bad.
I thought the same thing. But
And you see heads up play by Enga to pick it up.
It almost looked like Tanner Vongzi was.
It looked like he kind of bobbled it.
Yeah.
And then
he wasn't sure what to do on that play.
Well, that thing used to
3rd and 4 now at the 24.
That OHSAA changed it last year for some reason. Tanner Vongzi.
And
another
on
fumble.
the ground again. And he was down on both knees. I don't know why I thought he could get up and run. I mean, that's down in NFL
I think he was playing Madden.
Schreiber, stop.
Vongzi is just a sophomore, so he has time to work on that.
Tanner, sling one, baby.
It definitely seems like some nerves might be getting to him right now.
I don't know if he really thought he was going to be
right,
taking
for
the
real.
field on a Friday night.
Come on, kid. There you go.
Vong's going to throw this one, and that one
It was nearly intercepted, knocked away.
Oh, that was 4th down. I didn't realize that was 4th. And now here's some pushing and shoving.
Oh, we got lots going.
And you see an own player.
I looked down at the rosters for a minute and missed it.
I didn't get it on film.
Chris was just breaking it up.
And it looks like about all the refs threw their flags on that one.
Flags, hats, second flag, ball marker.
Number 76.
It's going to be a lot to sort out here.
You kind of see at the bottom of our MVCC Game of the Week replay
Make sure he's all right.
is down here, number 26.
Yeah, both 26s, I think it was, wasn't it?
And I think the other is 76.
76, okay.
And the Pirate looked like he engaged, and the Viking refused to disengage.
So it looks like that might be offsetting fouls.
Next week, the Vikings come out and score Miami.
No, Andy, you can try to say that one.
I'm good, man.
Oh.
Our next game is 2 weeks from tonight against Ponnet.
We're going to go, it's going to be Omar Al Kaswana. I don't know.
Colonel White.
Not a bad attempt.
Not a bad attempt.
No, Colonel White became third.
But I mean, I'm looking down the Miamisburg roster. They give us pronunciation for
It was like
Kyle holes. I could figure that one out. But I don't get a pronunciation for 76. Come on. Hummer back to pass. That one tipped right in front of him.
Down by 52. Stewart.
Andre Stewart, the culprit, able to get his hand up there and deflect that pass.
Oh, I said it was 14-14. Moeller and Ben Davis. Yeah, it's 34-14 at the half. Ben Davis.
Holy moly, man!
Good first quarter for Moeller.
Oh my lord! Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do it with covering so many of our own games, but maybe we catch a Ben Davis playoff game.
pass goes incomplete.
Not enough on it that time for Dexter Pitts, number 1, the intended receiver.
Well, it's just like they're the same times. They're almost
Trying to find some other scores real quick for us as we wind down the end of the game. A minute and a half left.
I've gone into a couple of this because guys know me. He's up there on the.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
It is.
Humrick gonna hand that one off.
From Pope, he's got a
Pope
huge
has the
hole.
first down. Pope at the 50, across the 50, 40, tries to cut it back in and steps out of bounds. At about, what, the 36, 37 maybe?
And you know, it might be a rough season for the Pirates, but I think Pope's going to have a good year. He's looked really good this year, or in this game. And the few chances he's had the opportunity to make a difference, he's had some really nice runs in a couple of different big areas.
Humrick pass, and that one just a little bit too high, intended to
Pitts. Yep. A little bit too much mustard on that one.
Got an update from Oakwood. No scoring change, still 19-15, but it's under 4 minutes left in the game.
Oh man.
Valley View 59-0 still.
It looks like the Pirates are going to wave the red flag. There's a
white flag?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been plenty of red flags for him here in this game.
Right. But that one is going to do it. Miamisburg dominates in the first game here at Holland Field for them in the 2023 season. Wins it 49-0 over the West Carrollton Pirates. Andy, I know it's hard to determine a player of the game that we saw.
We're going Preston Barr or Tamir Thomas. Tamir Thomas was the return.
We can go both.
All right. We got co-players of the game tonight, folks.
We remind you, thank you all for watching. We will be back next week, and we'll be back at Roush Stadium as the Trotwood Madison Rams are going to try and battle it against the Fairmont Firebirds next week in week 2. Once again, for Andy Horton and Jared Bergstrom in the booth, Miami Valley Communications, thank you for watching this game, and we will see you next week.
That's all, folks.
All right, here with number 15, Tamir Thomas. Tamir, you had the play of the game with that punt return. First off, what were you thinking when you were back there before the punt even gets there?
Just catch it and just score.
And then when you picked up those blocks around the edge about the 30, what was going through your mind?
Just score and just stay with your blockers.
All right, thank you. Congrats on play of the game. Good luck next week. All right, here with Bryce Vaughn. Vaughn, you had quite a few big plays tonight, including that big touchdown.
Yes, sir. I did.
Now, coming into this game, it's a big rivalry, historic-wise, but what did you guys work on coming into this game to dominate the way you did?
Just our team bonding was impeccable this week. We played pretty good. We had stuff to improve on, though.
And what does that mean next week going into Bellbrook? What do you guys got to work on to stay undefeated?
Our O-line we need to work on our O-line, our blocking a little bit, but we should get through Bellbrook easy.
All right, thank you. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Here with quarterback Preston Barr. Preston, we didn't get to see you much tonight, but when we saw you, you were electrifying.
Yeah, played together, played how we practiced, so came out with the dub.
What does a dominating win like this to start the season mean for you guys?
We can't take the next opponent lightly. I mean, we come out, killed them, but it's on to the next week. We got to practice how we play.
All right, thank you. Good luck next week. Thank you. All right, here with Vikings head coach Lance Snyder. Coach, congratulations first off on the dominating win week 1.
Thanks. The kids played well, and we wanted to clean things up from last year's game. We made a lot of mistakes and didn't play very well. And I told them going into this week, we got to clean things up and have a good one out of the gate just to kind of get ready for what's coming up in the future weeks there.
And you guys, we watched so many replays. You guys were dominant on all 3 phases of the ball. Special teams had that big punt return from Tamir. You guys were just heads down, nose ready every hit.
Yeah, I mean we've had a really good solid summer and 2-a-days and in all 3 phases, and it was kind of nice to see it all get put together tonight, and hopefully it can continue on as we roll through the non-league schedule here and get ready for the G-Walk coming up. But we're gonna have to play this well next week against Bellbrook for sure.
And I was about to say, what kind of momentum does this build towards the Bellbrook game next week?
Yeah, I mean it's good to have a one under our belt and play fairly well. And that's Bellbrook came here and beat us last year, so we kind of got a bad taste in our mouth about that, and we want to make sure that we're hitting on all cylinders when we go over there next Friday.
All right, congrats on the win. Good luck next week, and we'll see you throughout the year.